So 50 Penny recently demonstrated that his kid hamburger with Jay-Z is no place near being over in light of the fact that Beyonce is behind the wreck. He is currently spilling a tea on how Beyonce isn't who we think she is. Is Beyonce actually a cheat? And why in the world did she attempt to hop 56? So it seems to be the beat between 50 Penny, Beyonce, and Jay-Z is as yet continuing forward. And truly, I can't say that I'm shocked. I mean, 50 Penny has gained notoriety for being quite possibly of the pettiest rapper in Hollywood. And when you join that triviality with Jay-Z standing for holding resentment, well, you get beat that has been moving on for a really long time, and true to form, Beyonce has likewise engaged in the beat. And obviously, she has agreed with her significant other's position. One thing about Beyonce is that she is continuously going to agree with Jay-Z's position in any event when he is off base, and that is how she managed Jay-Z. And 50 Penny, as a matter of fact, she lashed out at 50 pennies that she attempted to face him and toss hands with him, no doubt on the off chance that Beyonce will toss hands. You all better realize that things are significant. And she was not messed around now. I must give you all some history about this show, since it's actual entertaining and unimportant. Everything began with 50 Penny diss Jay-Z and his 1999 tone, how to ransack an individuals, except that he did it for clout. I mean, Jay-Z was at that point a popping craftsman in those days, and 50 Penny was simply on the come up to be reasonable for him. Jay-Z was by all accounts not the only craftsman he dissed on the track, since he additionally discussed different specialists like Lil Kim, Saucy Brown's Diddy, Missy Elliott, Will Smith, and a lot more top specialists of the period. His line against Jay-Z expressed out loud, whatever, __, just sold like 4 milli, he got something to reside for, don't need a man advancing through that Bentley car entryway. A portion of these craftsmen dissed him back in their tunes, yet Jay-Z is the sort of individual who saves hard feelings for quite a while. And the thing about Jay-Z's feelings of resentment is that when he hits back hard, and that is precisely exact thing he did with the 50 Penny circumstance, since he additionally dropped the diss track of his own in his tune. It's hot, some like it hot, where he expressed conflict with __, you're thick, I'm about $1, what the f is 50 pennies in a meeting with Rolling Stone. 50 Penny essentially conceded that he was pursuing cloud by diss and Jay-Z and that large number of different craftsmen. He said, when he answered I was praised, he wouldn't agree that nothing back to someone he didn't believe was hot. I never went to radio until after he expressed that about me I couldn't say whether my vocation would be where it's at, on the off chance that he didn't answer. In any case, back to the meet with JD. 50 Penny conceded that he disliked Jay-Z because that Jay-Z felt like he was the best in another meeting. He said he has a ruler complex. He believes he's effing Jesus. You understand what I mean, this Jehovah. I'm watching him. He offered something one time I could have done without those seemingly insignificant details, subconscious things for me. That is the troublemaker method for doing things. He likewise guarantees that they won't ever be companions, saying we don't have those sorts of connections. These individuals are individuals I partner with. We are in similar business. We are not really companions. We don't call each other for no great explanation. Well, it worked out that Beyonce honestly hated 50 Penny continually tossing dicks at her man, despite the fact that she and Jay-Z had not begun dating when his problem with 50 Penny began. She actually agreed with Jay-Z's stance, and things got so chaotic that 50 Penny uncovered that she even attempted to battle him. And I'm similar to stand by the thing, is she doing music? Obviously, 50 Penny, being 50 Penny, couldn't avoid making a joke out of the circumstance. I would have needed to reboot, despite the fact that he chuckled over the circumstance. Resentment against Beyonce. And the wild part about this is that he accepts that all returns to Jay-Z, since he has been controlling Beyonce for quite a long time. You all skill. He said that Jay-Z has a complex and likes to feel that he is a divine being. No doubt that sort of kind of makes sense of why 50 Penny holds resentment. And if you all have barely any insight into JC's controlled kid, do I have some tea for you to get going? One of Beyonce's previous protectors has approached to uncover a ton of things about Beyonce and Jay-Z, beginning from the way that their marriage is only a business plan, your relationship was a business relationship, monetary, to get to the top, to become tycoons, there's no affection there. I mean, this isn't exceptionally shocking on the grounds that individuals have been expressing this for a really long time. There have been discussion about how they're just together for business, yet from what we know, Jay-Z is by all accounts the expert in business plan. Gracious. And assuming you're considering how Jay-Z has figured out how to remain the top weapon in his marriage, well, there's a vile purpose for that, so you presumably, no one knows except for, I'll say it, man. No doubt Beyonce's on drugs. She been on them for quite a while. And you keep her that way, Oak. I realize this might appear to be a ton of talk, yet for a really long time before the Protector Me, Monitor Me, Beyonce has been on drugs. I mean, recall that video of Beyonce that circulated around the web a couple of years prior. Investigate this video, and let me know she doesn't look odd to many individuals, except that the manner in which her eyes were going out of control sort of recommends that she was on something, and keeping in mind that I'm not saying for a reality that she was most certainly on something, I think we as a whole can concur that it was certainly peculiar goodness. And I could go on and on all day about these photos of her and JC at a ball game, where her eyes look coated, and individuals were saying without a doubt that she was on something. Gracious. And obviously, she was right close to Jay's, which made the situation much more dubious. Then there's the way that Panther Right has spilled some tea on how Jay-Z is controlling me. It's a beast. And I know he's a beast. He is stand by quite a while to check whether he would grow a soul. And the more medications he siphons down his better half's throat to keep him no young lady. And assuming there's one individual in Hollywood who realizes everybody's tea is Puma, so individuals sort of accept her. We as a whole, no celebs, are extremely quick to send a cut it out at whatever point somebody attempts to uncover them, yet Puma has been taking the most chaotic mysteries about these celebs. But nobody thinks for even a moment to send her a carefully prepared halt or shoot her. And we should not fail to remember that Jay-Z himself conceded that he can be controlling a Beyonce in his Melody 444 he raps. I said, don't humiliate me, rather than be mine. That was my proposition, for us to go consistent. I seen the blingless people leave your eyes. I actually grieve its passing. Definitely it doesn't precisely seem as though he's precisely wildly enamored with her. He's in charge. And for this reason, 50 Penny is never going to believe Beyonce. He realizes that Jay-Z is covertly controlling her. And as long as he sees Daisy as an overpowered, he won't ever trust Beyonce, particularly since he realizes that she will battle him as a result of Jay-Z. Individuals left familiar saying, I'm so tired of Beyonce and Jay-Z behaving like they are above everybody in this industry. Individuals become discussed. How are you and your significant other excluded? This is the issue. When individuals put VIPs on levels, as though they are divine beings or goddesses, I'm so over them. It's ludicrous that a lady thinks since you got distinction and cash, she could do things like test 50 Penny. Get genuine, and Beyonce ought to control her better half first, and let 50 Penny be. Yet do you all think that 50 Penny is making the best choice by hauling Beyonce into his beef for Jay-Z? Or do you imagine that Beyonce hauled herself in it, which she attempted to get down to business of 50 Penny? Let me in on your thought process, and afterward look at this next video.